Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to D&V Investigations. We have a little SD, but a whole lot of balls, and it is Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not going to be here for Halloween, so I'm whipping out the Halloween vibe because I won't. Like I said, I'm not going to be here next week. I got other things to do. People, hello, Snugs. How are you tonight? Hello, Colonel Morg, Aldous. It's nice to see everybody in the chat. Oh, boy. Man, the fallout from this Indiegogo stuff has just been amazing, hasn't it? This is kind of fun. Oh, I had some extra thoughts, too. Hello, Larry Romano. Greetings and welcome to the chat. Yeah, so... And then what else? What else? Oh, we have President Trump is now on Blue Sky. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Sharing memes of him dumping poop on Harry Sisson. And apparently, scuttlebutt is that Harry got a little extra butthurt for all of his bravado and sent a cease and desist to the White House. That's pretty fucking funny. Hello, Angela Curry. Shugama Linkovich Chamovsky. Yeah. Oh, what do we have for tonight? Well, we have the closeout of PITT, which was almost as fun to watch. Like, in retrospect, I didn't watch it live, people. This is me editing it. Was almost as fun to watch as the time Malin went to launch his stream. And this one was a good one. I think this was the time he was supposed to launch on Yellow Flash, and then Yellow Flash totally ghosted him. So he started launching it on his stream. And then, of course, that was a total, like, shit show. And he ended up doing it on Ethan's. But the entire time at the beginning of the stream, he's trying to figure out his fucking mailing list. He's still messing with the damn Indiegogo. The mailing list didn't go out. He's like, the special perk was late. It was just this big, huge cluster. I'm trying not to use that word in the first few minutes. And that was what the ending of Mandy's closeout for PITT reminded me of. It was just beautiful. Then Liam, yeah, we're gonna talk about Liam too. Yeah, I know, but this I cannot let this fucking stand. No more of this one particular thing that drives me absolutely nuts. Like, why lie about something that you actually have, like, nothing to do with, that people can easily find receipts? Some of them kind of disappeared from the web, so I bet you that's what led to the double down, but we'll get there. Also, we had TwitchCon. Oh my God. Talk about a cluster in and of itself. And, they were warning people not to go to TwitchCon before TwitchCon. Lots of big streamers were like, man, I don't know if I want to go to TwitchCon this year. It's kind of that's a, yeah. And the first day of TwitchCon, someone, Emaru, ends up being assaulted. Yeah. So we've got that. I've got some extra stuff for the dumpster fire round today. Hello, Michael Shanks. Hey, Hargrave, nice to see you. How's it going? He says there were like 50 people there for the whole con, or just in line to see Emaru. Yeah. Hargrave's a Twitch thought connoisseur, everybody. If you ever need to know about a Twitch thought, Hargrave's your man. Yeah. Whole con was dead, according to Hargrave. We got a dumpster fire round, and some of this stuff has absolutely nothing to do with Comicsgate. I just thought it was funny. Yeah. So first off, they had a big Amazon had a big cloud outage, right? And the best one I saw on Twitter was this apology. The AWS outage has impacted some of our users since last night, disrupting their sleep. That is not the experience you want to provide, and I want to apologize for it. Beds, people. Imagine spending $5,000 for a bed that's connected to a fucking cloud. What's wrong with just a regular fucking bed? A mattress. I know, it sounds really fucking old-fashioned, right? But you're paying luxury prices for an item that wakes you up when the cloud goes down. Yeah. No. No, you were wrong. That is not what happened. Look. All right. We even covered this on the channel. Malin was supposed to launch on Yellow Flash's stream, and it fell through. Yellow Flash never got back to John Malin. John Malin got kicked out of the green room that night. So don't tell me, don't. That's not. He did launch on Ethan's. He launched on Ethan's after attempting to launch on his own channel. None of them can launch on their own channels. Remember this. It never works out for them well if they don't launch on Ethan's. It's just the way it is. Yeah. So last week, yeah, Michael, we're done with Mateo here. Last week, the Indiegogo stream, when I talked about that, Ethan had tweeted out that Edwin was beclowning himself, and I was twatting myself, whatever that's supposed to mean. And I meant to show you this tweet because a few hours later, Ethan had to admit that, yes, Edwin and I were absolutely fucking correct, and Ethan was wrong about how backer numbers went down on the Indiegogo. Yes, that's just my own vindication to make me feel better. Okay, on to the next one. The Louvre was robbed, like something out of a heist movie, only far more boring, people. They managed to do this with a ladder, a circular saw, and something to smash the glass, and then they just ran out. They dropped, this was Napoleon's crown jewels that they'd nabbed. One of the crowns they dropped, they found it broken a couple of blocks away. But check this shit out. So this is what they used to keep this stuff in. Look at that. It looks like a casket. It actually does kind of look like the glass caskets when you go into cathedrals that'll have like dead popes or whatever laid out in them. Anyway, so these things, solid as fuck, ballistic glass. The glass gets tampered with, everything inside drops into a safe, like something out of a movie, right? And they replace it with this shit. Plain glass and a regular wooden box. Yes. They went from this gloriousness of safety to regular glass atop a wooden box. They kind of deserve what they got, man. I'm not even going to go into the fact that they hired some woman that knew absolutely nothing about this sort of thing to run this sort of thing. Yeah, it does. Oh, the chat's moving a little fast for me to hit that. Yeah, it really does. It's kind of cool. But what could go wrong? Well, apparently it's gone. Yeah, probably. Oh boy. I don't know. That's the kind of thing you'd have to hide in your own safe for like the rest of your life and your kids' lives and your grandkids' lives. But there are plenty of rich people. This was like a stolen to order kind of thing. Had to be. All right. Back to Indiegogo. This is going to lead in... should probably start with Malin. Yeah, actually, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the CG Kings thing, this team up book instead for just a second. Now, this stream was sent to me by Jack Stafford. Ahoy, Jack Stafford. And told me to check out this bit. I cut it short by about half because I didn't want to just bore everybody. But the talk between them is pretty fucking amazing about how this book is going to come along and what's happening with it.
Somebody says, oh yeah, Shane, Andy Smith wants to use your Merlion as a mount for Core Draft and CG United. Tough law.
Horse. Oh boy, how's CG United coming along, Ethan?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
Because
Glad everything's on track.
John, I don't know, man. I feel like what's needed is somebody to kind of like take control, and I'm sort of letting Mike Barron do that. But like, because if I do it, I can't do everything. Other people should like pitch in. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this is his brainchild. Ethan thought up this shit. Ethan thought up this shit as a way of trying to sweeten some sort of pot to get people to let him put their characters on his fucking book. This was another one of those fly-by-night, stupid-ass fucking ideas that Ethan has. And he's going to dump it all on Mike Barron. It needs a manager. Ethan can't hire a manager or be a manager or find a manager, but he's going to dump it all on Mike Barron.
Yeah.
You guys have ideas. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
And Mike. So I said to Mike, here's what I said. This is what I said I said it should be 3 issues, 32 pages each. We should we should contribute a couple of pages each, like me, you, Shane. But then most of the book is going to be done by 3 different kind of artists that can get a lot of work done. So, and I said what the book should be is, book 1 is, there's an alien force that's making, the superheroes from the DC universe and the Marvel universe act like shitheads.
See, this is the ripoff idea again, because Ethan can't do anything that's original. Oh, by the way, there was some sort of, I don't know, it was either going to be aliens or zombies. Maybe Mike Barron said zombies is a little too close to deceased. I don't know. But yeah, aliens or zombies. Because threat to man can't be anything else.
Change them, make them, sort of go out of control. And Comicsgate characters have to fight them and put them down because they're dangerous. So we get to kill the Marvel and DC universe, essentially, in the first 2 issues. And then we find out what it is, and what it would be is this alien conquering force, and then we'd have to fight the aliens. And it would just be 3 issues of nothing but us fighting, like our characters fighting. We get to fight like Wolverine. We get to fight Spider-Man, kill him. Get to kill all these characters that have become gay, that have become like weird, like Antifa types. And he said, how about the Vespis? And I said, no, not the Vespis, because then it automatically becomes a Cyberfrog book. Instead, let's create new aliens.
I thought it was just 1 issue. I don't remember it turning into 3.
Did you all catch that when Ethan was telling the story? It went from the 1 book, the 1 team-up book, to 3 issues. 3 issues. So not only is he going to dump this on Mike Barron, his fucking idea, The book that was his idea, the project that he's trying to get everybody to go along with just so he can use their characters on his fucking cover. 3 books and not just one.
Well,
I
it turned
wasn't
into
there.
3 because the fans are just kind of like, one issue is not going to be enough. So
Because the fans. Because the fans. How do we know this? This idea is like 2 weeks fucking old. But the fans are clamoring for more? They haven't even seen anything but a lame cover. Ethan can't even give them a story aside from some recycled hash bullshit. Right? But they're clamoring for 2 more fucking books?
if it's one 32-page issue, but then people go, well, what if like it doesn't sell very well? And people,
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, let the fans decide if it's 3 books by if it funds. I mean, that'd be crazy to go, hey, it's 3 issues, and then it only raises $50,000. It's like, okay, well, good luck.
yeah, I don't know. So what, so
There's too many people involved already. It should just be Mike Barron. Here's everyone's characters. Go.
just let Mike do it.
Yeah, like we don't need my input, Billy's input, Graham's input. No, just do whatever you're gonna do, Mike. Treat the characters well, and
we'll come back and yeah, like if Cyberfrog's dialogue isn't quite right, we tweak it. I'm for that. I think that sounds good. Mike also came to me and hit me like with a like, this is what I'd like to be paid. Like I'm like, Mike, I can't sign off on it.
What
paid?
the?
Yeah.
So not only was he going to dump this entire project of 3 fucking books on Mike Barron, he wasn't gonna offer him any money on the front end. Now, people, do we all remember how Trash Cast got its start? Oh, was there Yellow Flash and Dillard and Ethan trying to blast Yellow Flash for not paying Dillard on the front fucking end? And here he is. He wants Mike Barron to slave away for 3 books, not just write them, but be the project manager for 3 fucking 32-page comic books. And he doesn't want to pay him on the front fucking end. Pay your writers. Damn, Skippy. Can you believe the chutzpah?
I'm like, I can't sign off on any of this, man. This isn't my project. It's our project.
Yeah.
It's like the idea is we'll see how much it raises and we'll get you a percentage based on what money there is to spend. I have no idea what that's going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever.
it's not going to be
Throw
much.
down
There's a
a
lot of
minimum. I'd say a minimum page rate. Like, hey, here's bare minimum. If book hits this mark, you make a little bit more. But you gotta be sure the artist is getting paid. If there's an inker, the colorist, and all that stuff's got to just be broken down within reason.
Good fucking Christ, man. Yeah. Damn, Shane doesn't want to do it at all. Shane's like, oh man, fuck, this is such bad fucking shit, man. I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna last in this fucking community long enough for these 3 fucking books to get out. Like, yeah. Shane knows he's the next on the chopping block because Ethan can't afford to get rid of John. But he'll dump Shane in a heartbeat, right? Shane's like, man, I can't do this. Do I really want Shane, who has tried his hardest to get all of his shit out on time, tying himself, who's already behind on his offer of the stupid little cars because he's waiting for them from fucking Ethan, right? And he's like, do I really want to get tied up with another late goddamn campaign from Ethan Van fucking Sciver? Like, and not pay. Well, we'll just give him minimum. We'll give him the minimum page rate. We want him to be the project manager for this whole fucking thing, but we'll give him the minimum page rate. Oh, who's that guy that works with Mike? Oh, he's got like a couple different alts on Twitter, so I can never remember his name. He's got like both ears pierced and he's bald. And him. He's basically like Mike Barron's manager. He runs all of his campaigns and does all of this stuff. And what, he's not gonna get a cut either? Like, who's supposed, old Mike Barron, who can barely sit on a fucking live stream, man. Too goddamn much. Just too fucking much. So anyway, so we're going to get back to this. So with all the new Indiegogo shit, suddenly Ethan is making noises out loud again about having his own crowdfunding site. Now, notice how we have shifted. We went from Indiegogo forever. My business plan is Indiegogo forever. To, we're going to start our own crowdfunding site. See over here? See over there? There's Anthony Romano. We call him Nosferatu of Comicsgate. He's over there. He's building us a crowdfunding site. It's going to be awesome. Fun My Comic opens. Ethan retreats back to his Indiegogo eBay ways. And now that there's a new TOS, now that he's going to be accountable for actually delivering his fucking books, now that he's going to have to give refunds, now that he's going to have to send shit out on time, now that he's going to have to actually answer every goddamn comment on his campaigns, he's going to create his own website for crowdfunding. And everybody all over the internet, it's like, oh, Ethan's finally hiring. No, he's not finally hiring Yanzi. Yanzi has been working for Ethan for quite some time. She has been doing his amphibionics website, which is better than it was, but it's still a hot fucking mess. And I think that's only because Ethan insists on having all of this shit on the one front fucking page. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I think maybe I said something. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, crowdfunding sites from Ethan. And Yanzi's being all defensive, and Shane's all defending Yanzi. Yeah, Yanzi, you weren't the first one to have your own website in Comicsgate. There were plenty of people that came, smaller creators, none of you big fucks, but plenty of smaller creators who came in with their own websites. Oh, like Matthew Feller. Bancroft built his own. He built his own crowdfunding platform without your help, Yanzi, by the way. And he did that before you did. Just saying. Mandy, of course, is going to retreat to her own website. Now, when I first saw this tweet earlier today, I thought, yesterday, that this is going to be a lot of bullshit from Mandy. She says, unfortunately, with the new IGG campaigns, cannot enter into an in-demand phase until 15 days after the campaign ends, but PITT is still available on the Stuntman comic store. You can grab an exclusive black and white version of Dale's cover here. I actually thought that Mandy just pretty much screwed the pooch. Fucked things up beyond recognition and foobarred all to hell, right? And so, me being me, I did something that Mandy probably should have done the minute she knew that there was going to be something going on with the website. I contacted Indiegogo and I asked them, because their terms of service are a little clumsily, They're clumsy. It's a little difficult to understand. So you have your main funding phase of your campaign. That main funding phase ends and you go into something called late funding. There are two different kinds of late funding. There's I'm ready to ship this motherfucking shit, which is probably what Tim and Mark are going to be doing, which is you go straight into this like pre-shipping phase. You're locking shit down. You've got your fulfillment date. You know when you're going to ship your shit out and when people should have it by. That's pledge manager. There's also late pledge, which can come before the pledge manager, which is kind of like in demand. And each one of these steps in between, there is a new onboarding process where you submit all of your documents again. You have to give them a catch up on your campaign. You also have to submit everything about every previous campaign you've ever had. It's so good. So, Mandy, with her one update, her single solitary update to her Indiegogo, now has to redo the onboarding and review process. It does last about 2 weeks. Now, according to the person I spoke with at Indiegogo, the pause between the end of the active campaign and the late funding portion of the campaign should be a little bit shorter than when you open the pledge manager. Now, for them, for everybody in Comicsgate who's having heart attacks, this is just the worst thing that could possibly fucking happen to them. And according to Mandy, her tweet, one of her tweets said something like, this is an important part of historically of when we get backers during our campaigns. Well, that's because of the way things were. But this is an opportunity. Oh my God, that 2-week pause is just a complete and total opportunity for you to come back swinging with a whole shift in your marketing. You can add perks at any time during the late pledge phase. You can even add perks during the final pledge manager stage. So you're going into late funding. Have a perk that's like just for that. The grand opening of the late funding, whether it's a variant or a tea or a new fucking cool poster or something, have a whole nother perk right there that you can give people some time off from listening to you try to sell your goddamn crowd fund for a couple of weeks. And then hit them with something really fucking cool. That's what I have to say about that. So yeah, Mandy wasn't totally just being an idiot. This thing actually did happen. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at the closing of PITT.
Is it weird for y'all?
It looks like a not Indiegogo.
I know. I know. It looks
Crowdfund your shit.
Okay, you remember the last time I covered Mandy and she did a solo stream and I said, "Hey, you notice how Mandy's camera looks really fucking good and her light's good and her sound's good and she actually makes a total effort to do this when it's just her?" Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One of those other ones.
I do like the timer being like this because I'm always confused. Like I'll think it closes like on a day and then I realize, no, wait, that's the next day. So it is a little, that does help, but that is literally the only thing that I like. That's it. Did you say that you got flogged for gagging?
No.
Because I thought gagging was a good thing. I thought that made people feel like, yes, right, gagged you.
Some people
That's
like both. They like to be flogged as they,
Get gagged, yeah.
and vice versa.
I mean, it's true. It's
It works either way. I know.
It's 100% true. So let me scroll up, see where we are at. We are at 96 and 915. We're like one backer away, possibly one backer away from hitting 97. And you guys in the chat are keeping up with shots, so we're not there yet because I don't know what it is. No, best we got is drum roll bongos.
That's like the Flintstones, right?
You should play that anytime a black person comes on your channel. Oh, they never do.
Okay. Let's play the trailer again because here soon we won't be able to do it because
Stuff says R.I.P. Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis is very sad. All right, here we go, guys.
God, I paused it now as my mic was muted. I'm not gonna show the whole trailer, but I just wanted you guys to see what happens at the end when it comes when the damn trailer's over.
Booga booga.
Wow.
Yay!
We get an empty chair from Andy. This is as I was watching this, it was just horrific. So she launched her book at such a time that the closeout occurred at like 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. It was crazy. So, but they were so incredibly low energy from like the start to almost the finish. There were a couple of times in there where things got a little testy with Malin, but other than that, it was just blah.
So good.
It does.
Fagletree is saying no Ethan, no Aaron, no Shanth, no one. Where's Aaron Lopresti at? God damn it.
Yeah.
We're loners.
Yeah, he keeps like a non-vampire life.
Stand down the
Send
loners.
PTP the link, they say.
Well, he was the one that said this would never happen. It'll never happen. Can't, it won't. And yeah, it did though. So, you know.
I got a quick story.
Voluptuous Vinyl said he's taking his daughter to the airport.
Always.
He'll be here in a little bit.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Okay. Well, good.
Yeah, that's his Monday excuse.
I could have like moved the PFP around or, shifted the focus so you could actually see Malin, but he's kind of unimportant anyway. So
So I'm trying to put a story together here of this.
Okay.
A 32-year-old man transformed himself into a Dalmatian after his wife's beloved pet died. Okay, now here's his wife. So I'm trying to really put together this.
How?
It's quite professional. And they wonder why they don't do quite so well. They're open, their launch streams, the closed streams, they're no different from the rest of the crap they put out. And they all say inappropriate shit and they post inappropriate stuff. And they're trying to sell things by just doing the same trashy baller stream that they always do. But this is the closeout for Dale Keown's PITT, which still didn't get as many backers as Nasser's first comic.
And I don't know, consider we did it all by ourselves.
Wait, Ethan didn't
100%
mention
for sure.
it at all? I feel like he's probably mentioned
See, I
it.
don't know
Oh,
if
yeah, I
you
think
mentioned it, but we never went on to
I
like,
mentioned
promote
it. I did it. Yeah, I brought up PITT.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
no, I was just saying we never actually went on there to promote it.
What she's saying, John, is she's saying she thinks Ethan looks pregnant.
I did not say Ethan looks pregnant either.
Damn.
I did not.
Texas
say
Mofo
that.
said
kinda
Ethan
what that
refused to promote it. I doubt that.
Why would I share my screen? Do I get all like weird looking? Huh? Let me go back off camera because I don't know why I keep like skipping every time I pull up the campaign, but I do.
For that 100K.
I do, but I will take another one just to.
I'll take my
Alright.
second half shot.
We are 6 minutes.
6 minutes, guys.
God
Now,
damn, this is wild,
let's
man.
take a
It was the longest 6 minutes ever.
shot to Dell, and then
Yes.
I got something pulled up if we
Good.
hit another 9
Mandy's
minutes.
gonna say some kind words for about this campaign in Dale Keown now.
Yes.
Toast.
Oh, no,
Yes.
Cam
2
did it.
seconds.
Yeah,
1
it's
second.
funny
Right.
if you was fucking that rabbit. You had a
There
good
it
time.
went.
There's
there
the
it
contract.
went, you guys. It has
Oh,
officially ended.
this
And
Wow.
thank you guys.
That's how I lost my voice at the live concert doing that.
Now-
But very
And
high
you gotta
and
love
very
how
loud.
John can't even let the focus be on the campaign. The fact that they're closing it out. This is Dale's night, right? This is his book. And John just has to talk about how he lost his voice at a concert. Like, every time they show the campaign, John did that thing where he'd start talking about John.
And
Yeah.
I'd switch between that and oh yeah,
Oh, did it sound good in person?
oh yeah,
And of
Oh, yeah,
course,
no, they sound
and
great.
of course, it always acts like the shiny for Dale, and it breaks his attention from anything he should actually be paying attention to.
Great. It was like in a ballroom, Dale. So it was like only 3,000 people in there.
Now, I don't know if it went
No.
in demand because it doesn't look like it, but it was like I said, I'm not fully understanding the new setup. So if it didn't go in demand, I would try to get it that way.
Right.
Because I don't know, I had it set up too, but I don't fucking know. Everything is so different, so I can't 100% tell.
Wait, so it says no funds were collected from back.
Now, keep in mind, people, everybody here on this platform, on this panel, is using this platform, and none of them have been bothered to try to figure out how it fucking works. John has an open campaign on Indiegogo right now, but he hasn't contacted any rep at Indiegogo to ask questions. Shane doesn't really care. He's got his own website. Whatever happens on Indiegogo happens on Indiegogo, even though it's a good buffer and it helps him pick up those extra backers. But John, whose entire business plan is going to be crowdfunding on Indiegogo till he dies, hasn't even asked a single question from his Indiegogo rep.
So
I have no idea.
Nobody gets charged. How does that work?
I have no idea.
Wait, I can't even read it. What does it say under it?
Let me see. Last update in the first 30 days, new cover available.
Okay.
Doesn't make it any better.
Hang on, I hit
On mine it
refresh
says
and
something
hit
different.
refresh and it
Yeah,
looks
refresh it.
different. Add
Whoa!
to pledge.
Look
I
at that.
can't add anything at the
Isn't it-
bottom.
Look at that wonderful perp.
Anything.
You can't add,
my
so,
God,
it didn't,
look at
so it didn't go in
100.
demand.
Over 100,000.
If you scroll down, hit refresh and scroll down like the bar.
Yeah, no, I
that's
can't
on your
add
screen.
anything on Mandy.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
And here's Dale. All he wants to talk about is how much money the fucking campaign made. And they're all just obsessing over the website because none of them could figure out how it worked.
It didn't go in demand then. Okay, I will contact them and see.
It's been what a great day.
It has been a great day.
Wait, did you have it set to go in demand? Wasn't this
well,
brought
before,
up?
well,
Wasn't
before
this brought up earlier?
Before the update happened, I did, and then I can't figure out anything on my end, like from the creator end, of what the fuck I'm doing. Now, I don't know, because everything is different. Like, I can't even go into funding. Everything is grayed out in funding now. I don't...
Epic 411 says funds aren't collected until project is fulfilled now, John. That doesn't make sense. How are you fulfilling a project without the funds to ship it?
Yeah, so it's very...
John should be able to say, no, that's not the way it is. Not just, that doesn't make sense.
confusing. I'll have to... And again, this happened one day. They updated one day before the before our campaign.
I know.
So it's like, fuck. So I will...
Yeah, that's weird luck.
Right, so I will try to figure it out. Hopefully, I can contact them.
Maybe
and get it
the
in
funds
demand.
it don't release until in demand.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or I mean, you actually close. I don't.
I'm sure it's exactly as it was. You're probably getting.
It is almost exactly like it was. She'll get her money in about 2 weeks, and then she can go pay for those Gem Shock books. Like, I know this. I read this on stream. It's in the TOS. It tells you how you get paid and when you'll get paid. And like I said, there were a few things I was a little unclear about. So what did I do? I emailed them. I'm not even a creator. As a backer, I emailed them and asked. I mean, I figured I could always lie and just say I was going to be, a project manager for a new Indiegogo campaign that's never going to fucking happen. Because, yeah, not my gig. But yeah, dipshits all the way around. All of them. Including over at Twitch. So, as you know, the first day of TwitchCon was a PR disaster, to put it mildly, and I'll get further into what happened. But this was the response from Twitch. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team and, per our usual standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and will have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. That last line, joke and a half. Yes, Spirit Jr. got kicked out of Anime North for far less. This guy, yeah, as far as I can tell, so far, he's getting off easy. At least from Twitch. So let me... I know I loaded... here it is. So on with the story.
Okay, can I just also say, what you guys are seeing here is character development. I've always been the person who never says shit. Like, I just want everyone to have fun and for things to go well. Why am I the person who has to do this?
Whoa. That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry, Snugs. I'd mentioned her name earlier in this in the stream, and it's Emmy or Emaru. She's a Twitch streamer.
What happened? Did I film that? I don't.
He said he grabbed her or something.
No way.
That's why other streamers
Didn't want to come.
Valkyrie Cutie because of.
Right. Oh man, that's insane, and we're right at the.
If I was a fan, I would protect her.
Wow.
You gotta like the dude. If I was a fan, I would protect her. But I'm not a fan, so I'm not. But what am I doing in line? Or maybe he meant if I was that guy, that poor little guy at the front of the line, you know, then he would protect her. I don't know. I don't think any of these people are going to be protecting anybody, to tell you the truth.
That's crazy, dude.
Now scared to go home.
That's why I yelled at him.
That's crazy.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Well, you could still give it to maybe them, but dang, it's crazy. That is insane.
Hope you guys are all feeling okay. Sorry you had to see that. You know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, actually? I'm supposed to be going over my run-up show for my TwitchCon show, which I am still doing, by the way, because of all the work that the production staff and the cosplayers in it put into it. It's not their fault that happened. I'm still gonna do it. But yeah, I don't even know where to fucking start. I don't know if you guys can see this. I wrote fucking notes for this because there's so much stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about. In a way, it's my responsibility, you know what I mean? Because it's not just about me, like this could have happened to anyone. Honestly, for all we know, this could have already happened to someone, a small streamer, and someone just wasn't filming it. Which, okay, I'll just start this by saying, shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter, because last night after this happened, I was thinking like, fuck, like I have to talk about this. Like people need—
Oh, this video is a little longer than usual. Not super long, but a couple minutes. But she's super cute anyway, so I didn't think anybody would mind.
to know that this happened. Like, how am I gonna do that? And then someone happened to post it on Twitter. So thank fucking God I didn't have to figure that out myself. I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. I was doing my meet and greet and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show I had to do a meet and greet, which is true. I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but as far as I know, there's some people that canceled. Regardless, I didn't cancel. I thought it was going to be fine. So I show up at 4. I'm doing my meet and greet. This happened about 30 minutes into my meet and greet, so I was probably only like 20 to 30% done with my meet and greet. And then I see out of the corner of my eye, there's a guy walking around the side of the meet and greet, and he crosses in front of the meet and greet of the person to the left of me, which is a VTuber. So he's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet, and then he walks up to me and he's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean? He grabs me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like TwitchCon staff like coming to let me know something, but I'm still like freaked out because he grabbed me. That's not normal. And then he grabs my face, and he leans in, and lips puckered, tries to kiss me. And I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming my head off. My security, Twitch's security is like nowhere near me, nowhere to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything. My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me and is like, get the fuck out of here. And he's allowed to walk away and leave. No one in Twitch staff came up to me to like see what was going on. My manager and Bonnie moved me to the back, and they're like hugging me and being like, do you want to finish your meet and greet, basically. And I was back there for like a minute, and I was like, you know what, like I want to finish it because like of all these people here that, you know, they're just nice, normal people. And I go back out there, and still there's no one from Twitch there. And the poor guy that I was taking the picture with originally, he's like fucking mortified, and he's like, what the fuck just happened? And again, no one from Twitch there. I say to this guy, I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that. And he's like, no, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why am I having to tell the TwitchCon attendees and my fans, sorry you had to see that, and not like someone from Twitch or Twitch security? After, I'm escorted back to my hotel, and then my manager's letting me know. She says, okay, my manager, I've contacted the police, they're gonna come talk to you about pressing charges, etc. They're trying to find the guy, they haven't found him.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. Like, you know, it is very secure, but here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, you know, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as
Real quick, that fucking mask, man. That Taylor Lorenz broad. Jesus. God. She is just... She's a stain on my gender, man. Still wearing a fucking mask. I think she claims that she's somehow immunosuppressed, but she didn't need a mask before COVID. And COVID's not actually killing anybody. And she's still wearing it. Oh, she also has a huge crush on Hassan.
you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right? And so, you know, we try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, you know, specifics or details, but part of that is working with creators and, you know, trying to find them. Right now, we're definitely, you know, ramping it up to make sure creators know that we have the resources there to help them figure out what's right for them.
That was the after incident word salad. Hopefully, I didn't say anything that my lawyers will find objectionable.
My manager comes back to me and she's upset. She's like, okay, I've been talking to Twitch people and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now.
Okay. Oh, okay. See, Danny's really good at just being ultra confident about everything, and
we just walked past.
Yeah. Which one's which?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, real quick, Roblox has been served with criminal subpoenas from Arkansas, Tennessee, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Where is he? Oh, I see
He's
him.
over there.
S-Fan. Hey, S-Fan.
We're with S-Fan's team, so we're just gonna go through this side. Thank you.
Thank you.
S-Fan.
Oh, wait, under this way.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Ma'am, this isn't McDonald's.
But imagine I do it like 10 seconds later or like 5, and all of a sudden they're like, yo, what are you doing?
S-Fan's gonna hate us.
And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they change it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazon has some problems here. They already did. They've been ignoring it for a while. They've been ignoring all of the problems at Twitch. They've been ignoring Hassan. They've been ignoring like everything. Everything. Advertisers, bots, just all the garbage that's been going on over there. But now the head of Amazon security was there. And they did what?
My previous favorite security guard was permabanned from TwitchCon.
What'd you say about what? He was what? Permabanned from TwitchCon? Your security guard?
Because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker and
Wait, so there's a history of issues with people and this Twitch streamer? And you guys did what? Or you didn't do what?
He held him by the arm until police got there. And because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon. Great, love it. Remember when I was just a girl in Kansas playing League in my room, and the worst thing that ever happened to me was someone said I was like a boosted whore in chat or something? Wish I could go back to that. Again, I hate being this kind of person. I genuinely want people to be held accountable and for things to like visibly be changed. But even so, I personally am not going to another TwitchCon. I'm done. 10 years of streaming, I'm done. This is my final TwitchCon. This show will be my final performance. And then I'm going back to streaming video games in my room. In my house that probably has more cameras around it than TwitchCon.
Yeah, it probably does. She has spent, in the last decade of doing Twitch, she has spent close to like 6 figures on security. She had spent $10K for this con alone. So yes, they made adjustments. They had to make adjustments. There were videos of people just walking everywhere they wanted during this affair, and nobody was kept safe. Nobody. And yeah, all right, it was some weirdo walked up to her and he kissed her, but he could have had a knife. He could have hurt her. And it wasn't supposed, and it didn't need to happen at all. They banned her own security guard for a prior incident. This is going to be the most amazing lawsuit ever. ever. This is going to be as good as Ethan Klein versus the Snarks. This is, oh, by the way, Frogan still has not answered. It's possible they're like coming to a settlement behind the scenes, which I'm thinking might be the case because they have not filed for default judgment. That's, yeah, just as an aside. But Twitch is going down. It's going to be gone. Just poofed. Unless they get somebody else in charge over there. And even then, it may just be too late. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the final portion of the evening. Somebody later on tonight will probably be e-fapping fucking Liam. It'll probably be Risey. You know, that seems to be his new job. Right? Right? Now somebody later on. Now real quick. This stream from Liam took place right after he was on Katie did stream. I believe it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Maybe even the morning before. I didn't bother doing titles with dates and shit this week. Fuck it. I just didn't feel like it. So they got in I don't know if I would call it a fight. It was a heated discussion where Liam was mauling and going on and on about all the wrongs done to him. And Katie's like, dude, just stop. Just give it a rest. And Liam's getting really upset. And Katie's just like, I know they're doing horrible things, but you should just ignore them. Like all the advice all of us have given to Liam for I don't know how many years. So Liam heads on over to his channel, of course, as soon as he leaves, and fires up a stream because Liam cannot not get in the last word. He can't. So he fires up a stream where he can go ahead and he can answer Katie, and Katie can't interrupt him because Katie's actually just in 4K. Because he can't not get the last word.
And the fact that you even think that I'm just some random little nobody is the product of, again, just all of their crap. All of these people going, look at this, look at this. They want to get information close to me so they can attack my business, attack my work relationships the same way they went after Scholastic. Do you not remember that? What, no one talked about that, did they?
We did talk about Scholastic. It's just not what Liam wanted to hear.
No one talked about the fact that they went after Scholastic. Who got boned into Scholastic over here in Australia? Who did that, I wonder? Let's check the credit to them.
Did you all hear that? Did anybody else? I caught it when I watched the video. Now watch the performative search of the bookshelf. As he says, what?
Who got boned into Scholastic over here in Australia? Who did that, I wonder? Let's check the credit to them. Where did my wife put it? Actually, let's just get on with the stream.
Yeah. Let's just get on with the stream. Because Liam Gray's name isn't in the credits of Bone for getting it into Australia, to getting Scholastic to sell it. Because Liam Gray is not the man's agent. Oh, yes. Bone. Liam is responsible now for Bone being sold by Scholastic Australia.
Let's just get on with it.
have to ignore it.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about
Well,
we're
it's tricky though. It is tricky
right?
because
He went back to looking for the book, you know, the one that has his pen name, or is it his real name inside of it, giving him credit for it being published by Scholastic Australia.
you know, it's like I get whenever I get swarmed and stuff. It's like you wanna lash out. You wanna you wanna and you know you can't. And it's like so it's like it just got it's really.
That's the other thing too, like that I will say to Dan, like I get that feeling, but I got over that feeling like this is the problem. Like this is what's misrepresented. Like I'm not lashing out. Like I'm not like having a reaction like
Yeah, you are. You may not be all emotional. You may not be crying. You may not be yelling or screaming, but this is all lashing out. This whole stream was lashing out. And then it got good to you. And then you started just saying shit that wasn't true. Went after Scholastic. Nobody here is going after fucking Scholastic. Grift isn't going after Scholastic.
learn. Like I'm way past that. I realize that lashing out like that doesn't do anything, right? Like it doesn't work. Like this is about people that have tried to cause grief with me, you know, in a business capacity. Do you understand? Like this is me fighting a cancel mob. It's just this cancel mob is one that you know. They're your buddies. They're around everywhere making their voice known. And therefore, you don't see them for what they are. What they are is cancel culture, life ruination, you know, like junkie suicide bombers that have nothing better to do to try and ruin people. You can find...
Now, while there is a bit of that in the slums, mostly what it is when it comes to Liam is setting the fucking record straight. You had nothing to do with Bone being published in Australia. Nothing. And unless you come up with some sort of business contract, a copy of actual fucking paperwork, not just some half-ass, made up, here's the subject line of an email. See this screenshot of nothing? That's my proof. But that's not worth the time because we know it's not true.
Find on social media these people going after Scholastic. Using slime as a weapon. What if I gave them my real information? What if I gave, you know, Mike S. Miller my pen name? Then what? Then what? What would have happened?
We're going to get into this in a little bit, but leak the pen name, bruh. What's the point? I mean, why not?
Exact same thing, except they would have actually been effective in their cancellation attempt. Am I really an idiot? Yeah, like hanging out with Smiller and shit. And it's like, you know, like you're like going after Scholastic to fuck with me. You know, I'm so glad that my editor saw right through you, man. I'm so fucking glad that when my editor called me, you know, my arsehole puckered up. I was like, oh, fuck me. I was so scared. I'm going to be honest. I was so fucking scared. I was like, no. And then...
Liam, you should consider acting. Honestly. You almost pull this off.
He's like, you should probably know we've been getting emails. What's this?
Aside from the fact that your eyes keep kind of, you know, drifting off to the side there as you're making up the story in your head, if you can do this while you're looking at the camera, bruh, you can make a fortune.
Here, what's up with this person? I was like, yeah, I've had some problems with this guy. He's being pretty consistent, as you know, with this sort of stuff. He's like, he's really unhinged. Is this someone? How long has this been going on, Liam? He's like, are you okay? And I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Like, thank God. Thank God it's in the real world people are saying. But I was like so scared. I was like, I'm canceled. This is it. This is it, guys. This is it.
See Slimed on the Scholastic website. You can buy it for $5.99. See it written by Liam Gray. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. So let's see. Huh. The secret's out. Writing under my pen name, Liam Gray. Slimed is my tribute to classic Goosebumps style adventure. Oh, wait, what's his name? His name is Will Taylor Books. Now, is Will Taylor, is that going to be Liam's pen name? Huh? It can't be, because the name belongs to Will Taylor. His pen name was Liam Gray. Do we know how we know definitively that this is not Liam Gray of Conquest Comics? Because he's got a fucking LinkedIn. It's got his picture on it. Right there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Will Taylor. He's the author of Slimed, as well as the author of Maggie and Abby's Never-Ending Pillow Fort, Maggie and Abby in the Shipwrecked Treehouse, also by Scholastic, Catch That Dog, The Language of Seabirds, The School for Wicked Witches, The School for Wicked Witches 2, Wicked Never Waits, and The School for Wicked Witches 3, Wicked on the Wind. Now, seeing me, if I was a author and I had a book up on Scholastic, and I was bragging about having book on Scholastic, and it turned out I had 4 of them, I think I would be bragging about all 4 fucking books and not just bringing up the one. See, I know what happened. I know. Like, this website right here, gone. Gone. Bye-bye, Will Taylor Books on the World Wide Web. I got this from the Wayback Machine. See? It's mine, because the website's fucking gone. Damn it, Leah. There are things you can lie about. There are things people will let you stretch the truth about. But you are in a community of people who publish fucking books. And you want to lie about a book that's not yours because you were lucky enough to find some dude on the internet with the exact same goddamn name. His pen name. Enough. Enough with I wrote Slimed and I was published by Scholastic because you weren't. This guy, Will Taylor, who lives in fucking Seattle, Washington, who I can email tomorrow or tonight if I fucking wanted to. Him, the real guy who wrote that real fucking book that's not yours, Liam. It's not fucking hard. Yes, it is old, but it is new because Liam decided to fucking double down on it again and talk about how everybody was going after his fucking editor at Scholastic, trying to get him canceled. How do you get canceled from a job you never fucking had? This is a CG King Yeah, thanks for reminding me all this. C.G. King lying about what books he has or has not published, instead of just publishing the one people paid for and the one that is promised without any more fucking excuses. And you too, Grift. Get out your fucking book. Abby doesn't seem too happy. I saw her on Twitter, my friend. You know? I think her patience is wearing thin. You might want to contact her for some sort of like status update. I don't need, honestly, Grift, I don't need screen caps of the email correspondence because it's dumb. It's overkill. We know who this dude is. Like, this dude is just Will Taylor, who wrote the fucking book Liam claims to have written. We know where he is. We all know where we can find him, and none of us are gonna fucking bother him. Because we're not those kind of people. Right? But damn. Don't claim credit for shit that ain't yours, bruh. Just don't. It's the antithesis of everything the community should be about. I mean, it's bad enough that Comicsgate is mostly just a bunch of sad fucking men who want to feel young again, so they all hang out, do stupid ass shit, and say stupid ass shit. You got Ethan, the head of the movement, who's done nothing but like dig in Eric July's ass for 2 years. Right? You got Shane, who's scared to death that this whole thing is going to collapse. You have John, who's too stupid to see that it already has. But we don't need, like, aren't there enough lies in this ecosystem? Should we pile more and more on top of them? And stupid ass shit that serves no fucking purpose. None. I don't know, man. So, that being said, here's a sloth for you all. I'll see you next week. No, I won't see you next week. I'll be gone. I'll be back the next week. And real quick, so far there has been no update in the Poulter versus Ethan Van Sciver contrumps in New Jersey. I double-checked the court record before we started tonight. There you go. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by.